Wait, no, you need to take the poly off. Isn't that bad luck?
It is bad
No,
luck.
I'm
But
using
we're
it.
free.
No. Kick grief.
No, for the first clear run, and then I'll take it off after when we're actually
This
done.
is supposed to be a one and done.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
this
never a
is
one
our
and done. If you say one and done, it's never. Hey guys, Griefclaw here. Today I wanted to go over how to do a VAS from the DPS perspective. It's a great trial to really grind out to learn the various mechanics and improve yourself as a player. We actually did manage to get IR, so it wasn't one and done, which is pretty cool. But I'm basically just going to give you my thoughts and tips as we let this play, so let's jump in. So St. Olms will jump at 90, 75, 50 and 25%. I'm currently lane 2. I'll put a picture up on the screen of what I mean by this, but basically St. Olms will do an attack called Storm the Heavens that is targeted at everyone, which is a series of lightning AoEs that you do not want to get hit by. At most you can tank the moving lightning AoEs that come out while you're blocking, but just try to avoid the stationary ground AoEs. This is why everyone has a lane to turn around and kite in. You can see here we were just focusing the protector down. These spawn periodically and make the boss invulnerable, so it is best to aim them when possible. Now it's nearing the next jump threshold of 75%, which is good to keep in mind so you aren't caught in the wrong position, because you will die if he jumps on you and you are not at least blocking. During the jumping phase, run to the side nearest to you, making sure to block each time he lands, and try to focus the boss if the protector currently isn't up, but if one is, aim the mini boss or the protector. It's a good idea to keep your shield up during this part, as seen right now, as everyone is close together, and if Lothus decides to use his cone attack, it might catch you by surprise. After every lightning phase, it's usually a good idea to quickly scan the room to check if a protector is up before reapplying your dots. This is just so you don't waste any magicka applying them when he is invulnerable. Now you can see here I'm facing the boss and Lothus starts his cone attack on a player that's on top of me. These are the times you need to be prepared for so you can quickly block and shield. A lot of people get caught out when the cone is targeted on another player, so be careful. Lothus will do the cone attack periodically along with his blast attack, which needs to be interrupted. He will also teleport around, leaving a poison cloud that you need to get out of. If you have Code's combat alerts, which is an add-on, there will be a countdown for these abilities and others, which helps immensely. Ensure that when the cone is on you, that you stand still immediately and shield, then don't move, as you may accidentally kill your teammates if you swing it around. St. Films really only has one attack that you need to worry about for the DPS. He will shoot out 2 red AoEs that explode into 3 smaller AoEs, which you'll see shortly, that each go out in random directions. You will want to dodge both the initial blast and these small AoEs that come out, as they do debuff you and do damage. If you are caught in the initial AoE, try not to dodge roll out of it, but stand on the outer edge, block and shield through it. Rolling out of things in this trial will more often than not get you killed. This goes for the smaller AoEs as well, so try to avoid doing so by either positioning better or shielding and blocking. The only other ability he has is a big AoE on the ground that is placed when he jumps around periodically to the furthest player. This should be taken care of by the support rolls and placed at the back out of your way, but if you are caught in one, simply roll out and avoid it until it disappears. Some of these AoEs may interfere with your lane sometimes, but you will just have to work around it. Now you can see here we are at the 50% mark and Lothus is about to enrage. This is why we are focusing him from the side. Both the mini bosses can enrage after 3 minutes, which increase the damage they do with all of their abilities. It's best to have someone keeping track of this and calling focus in order to ensure they go down before 3 minutes, but not too early, as this will mean you'll have to kill them multiple times. I could see that the mini boss was about to enrage from another add-on called Asylum Sanctorium status panel. This displays timers for both the mini bosses enrage and other things like when the protector is up. So there are definitely a few things to keep track of, but I find once you do a few runs, you start to get into a rhythm that allows you to become more aware of your positioning and all of the attacks I mentioned. Try to choose a point behind you to run to every time for when the Storm the Heavens starts. I normally turn around, start to channel my channeled acceleration, which keeps me out of the bolt, then turn back and look for a protector, or start to focus either the main boss or mini depending on the timers. As you can see here, St. Films is getting close to in rage, so our shock caller is letting us know to target him. When he either dies or jumps away is when we can turn on the boss and the protectors again. Here I'm again caught in a blast cone from Lothus, which is cast on another player, but I'm ready and I simply shield, then block and walk out of its range. From here we are looking to push the boss to the final jump at 25% health, at which point the execute phase starts and we get an additional fire AoE mechanic. Here I'm about to get the cone from Lothus while having to also kite storm the heavens. What you want to do in this scenario is start walking backwards or in the direction you got the cone because you don't want to swing it, while unblocking and walking in between each wave that Lothus shoots. This is one of the hardest scenarios you can get for a DPS in VAS plus 2, and you will most likely die a few times before mastering what to do. But basically you just want to keep your cool and walk in the direction the cone is while making sure to block each wave of it. The reason you unblock is so you can walk a little bit faster to get out of the next lightning bolt before blocking again so you don't get hit by one of the cone's waves. So here we are in execute and you'll start to notice a huge fire AoE that covers a large area of the arena. Periodically, St. Olms will cast these fire AoEs in 3 areas and you'll need to make sure to block and shield these. They do a good amount of damage while also placing a dot on you that your supports will need to purge. So try and be towards the middle during this part to ensure that you get the purge, otherwise shield up and tank it. You don't want to get hit by more than one of these as the dots stack, so after you get one, make sure to dodge the rest of the fire AoEs if possible. In general, you will need to be avoiding all forms of damage as you don't have a dedicated healer on you in this trial, so the best thing to do is predict when damage is coming, then block and shield it, otherwise try and just avoid everything. Now right now I'm about to get into a bit of a tricky situation here with Storm the Heavens. The lane next to me was quite close initially and I turned into him instead of perhaps going to the other side, so that resulted in a bunch of stacked lightning AoEs that would have killed me if I didn't roll out of it instantly. This is the one attack that you can roll dodge in here sometimes, but I would still advise being aware of your surroundings before each Storm the Heavens and start closer to the main boss so you can walk out of it. Now we need to just focus the protectors down quickly, then start executing the boss. A lot of us here are being extra careful to try and not die because of how close we are, and I'm trying to keep a good mana pool just in case I have to spare my shield. But that's about it guys, so thanks for watching. I'll put some generic red CP for VAS and my gear used in the description, but hopefully this was useful to you. I'm doing informative content like this all the time over on my Twitch, so swing by and ask me some questions. If you like the video, chuck us a like and subscribe if you can, and let me know in the comments if you want to see anything specific, but that's it from me, see you next time. Holy fuck, man.
Fuck.
Wow.
Alright.
How clean.